my mother was an actress in Singapore in the 1950s under the name of Kang Lim. And in those days, when there are no professional actresses, only the amateur theatre, but really she was like the Margaret Chan of her time. Oh. So I grew up in as a stage kid. I was watching rehearsals. I'm holding the book to help my mother learn her lines for the show. I'm reading the plays, and I even attended some little classes on drama. So it was really, you could say, in my blood. Yeah. When I was in school, I wrote some little plays. One was called Romeo and Juliet, which was definitely a satire on the Romeo and Juliet play. So I already was into that before, already in school.
I see. All right. So and beside having the influence from your mother, anything else also help you to persevere?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because this playwright interest in drama and theatre goes back to my mother's father. I never met him. You can read in Song Ong Siang's 100 Years of Chinese in Singapore that Mr. Xiao Po Leng would participate in amateur theatricals. This must be the first drama review, the earliest drama review in Singapore, from way back in the 00s. And then his interest in theatre was such, he named his house Oberon after the character in Shakespeare. He had another seaside bungalow in Siglap. It was called Titania. I believe the gazebo in the garden was called Park, but that's another matter. So this interest in the theatre actually runs, it's almost in my maternal DNA. My father, on the other hand, spoke very well. Many of his students, because he became the Dean of Medicine at the College of Medicine, recall that his lectures even would have a certain cadence, a certain oratorical flair. This ear for the music of the spoken word has really come down to me too.
Yeah. So in other words, this is really like an innate ability, and you're born with it.
It is, in a way. Then you wonder what's happening to the next generations. Some of my sister, my nieces and nephews, sometimes it shows up in them in a different format, but it's still there.
But along the creative line?
All of them, all the people in my family seem to be very creative, although it shows up sometimes in rather strange ways. For example, one guy writes computer programs, but I believe that's also creative work.
Wow. Okay, so let's find more about you. You were a 3 times winner of the Singapore National Playwriting Competition in the 1980s.
Yes, and after that they don't want to put on the competition anymore. Don't know why.
Because you have been winning all the time.